here on the main stage, we're going from the world of Web3 to the world of consumer experiences. So Nova, can you tell us who will be hitting the stage in a couple of minutes?
Are you ready to explore the cutting-edge world of artificial intelligence? The speed of change in this field is nothing like we've ever seen before, raising profound questions about what it means to be human and how we'll navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead. How will we adapt to the latest developments? Do we need a break from AI, as Elon Musk suggested? His work is redefining how we think about AI and its impact on our day-to-day lives. Please welcome on stage Accenture.
Okay, I think I can get started. Hello, everyone. So my name is Christian. Very glad to be here today. I wanted to introduce a nice topic today. I think that I'm very lucky to have all those students in the room. And I get to remember, as a student, 15 years ago, what I would like to hear from someone on stage. Someone working in enterprise, working on a true project. And it gave me some ideas about what will be interesting topics that I can introduce today. And I thought about creative technologies. That is fairly what I run today in my role within Accenture. And I thought about how I can present creative technologies. So I'm not anymore a student, but I try to have the same behavior, using the same technologies. And I started ChatGPT on please drop me a few lines about what I can say about a creative technologist. But even it gave me a good framework of what is a creative technologist. I don't think it managed to answer on the essence of what should be a creative technologist. So let's be frank, I get to be inspired about what they shaped. And I wanted to make a brief presentation about the hot topics that I will get to present today. First, what is a creative technologist? Can you just raise your hand if you heard about the term creative technologist in the room? OK, I can't see very much, but I see a few people, I think, that are raising their hands. So getting to discuss about what is a creative technologist, so what are the latest achievements? I would like to bring you about what creative technologies are building and creating, and I'm just giving you my own experience. So I am personally, have an engineer background. I have been working the last 15 years in Accenture. And for those that don't know about Accenture, is like a big consulting company, 800,000 people working across the globe, helping clients to increase their business impact and helping to create new services and solutions. I am the owner of 10 patents. And I have been working across multiple countries and delivering more than 20 client projects. So today I would like to present the latest achievement, just to give you an outlook about what is a creative technologist can do, bringing you as well what are the big challenges, because I think that as a technologist, as a person delivering projects, you are facing so many challenges that you have to understand what are the typical creative technologist challenges. And then I will go through an introduction about the Tech Innovation Group in Accenture, building the next generation of technologies, giving you an outlook about what we do in Accenture in terms of innovation, and bringing you on the last technology I'm running as well on robotics. I mean, that for those that know about this technology, I think it is just bringing you about what we are doing in that field. And of course, lastly, I have one last conclusion slide. So the creative technologies is fairly the people that could really explore the intersection between technology and creativity. So it is, by nature, everyone couldn't be a creative technologist. I believe that it relies on two dimensions. First, you need to have a very strong technical background. So you need to have an understanding about how technology works. You have to be aware about the latest technologies. And you have to really understand how the technology could enable new solutions and new experiences. So That is really the technical side of the profile. But at the same time, you need to use another brain, the brain that is more bringing the creativity, bringing the artistic aspects of your person. And that could really lead innovation and solving problems differently. So I think that everyone could be creative. And I think that's, again, back to what we have seen those last years. Technologies is becoming incredible. From my perception, there is no idea we cannot do, technically speaking. Technologies allow us to do everything. We can do metaverse, we can use artificial intelligence, we can use robots. There is no single idea that couldn't be done, technically speaking. But the point is that making innovation shouldn't be technically led. It should be human-led. And that's why we typically try to bring this human touch before leading new innovation. And that is critical. I think in the room we have a lot of persons working in technologies, and I strongly believe that being a technologist is super important for your career and for the future. But if you just run technology without bringing the human dimension, the society dimension, your solution will not lead to anywhere. And that is a point where we believe that the creative technologist has to create this intersection between technology, innovation, and creativity. So making creative, purposeful innovation is another dimension. I think that for those that have been working on innovation and on new projects, the biggest challenge is not making a gadget, not making something that will be useless and that will not have any impact. So the first question when you're working on a new innovative project is that, does it really work? Should I really use it? And I think that frequently the question can be answered very rapidly by yourself, but as well by other colleagues working with you. So I think that that dimension will be critical for being a good creative technologist. And another dimension will be the level of empathy. So the level of empathy is not just looking about how you will experience the service yourself, but looking about person that will experience the service and that is not exactly in the same condition. You can have a disabled person, you can have old people, you can have young people. So I think that getting to really perceive and anticipate the experience of those persons that will be using your solution and your services is critical. So that brings me to the last point, adaptability. So, sorry if I don't pronounce it very well, but adaptability is a critical aspect as well when you're running such kind of creative projects, because you have to learn fast, you have to test a lot of options, and you have to rapidly get to change the strategy of your products. So you will see some concrete examples that we have recently delivered, and just making you aware about how those technologies has been delivered, created, and enabled to create impactful experience for the humans. The first one is just, I think I really like the previous presentation about metaverse. So we are at the intersection of fashion industry, metaverse, but we try to develop a new experience to avoid people to buy plenty of garments. I mean that I believe that in the room we have people that are really keen to buy and making shopping all the day long and buying a lot of products. We have side effects that we see frequently on social networks. We see people buying a shirt, making a selfie for an Instagram picture or TikTok videos, sending back the shirts. It is a triple impact in terms of carbon emission. First, to be delivered. Secondly, to send back the product. And lastly, the product is typically destroyed because most of the fashion industry doesn't get to recycle the product. So thinking about how we can make a product that is evergreen, that is ever live, that was the first dimension of this innovation. And again, a creative technologist always starts by a problem. Get the problem and creatively think about how you can create a new experience and how technology could fuel this innovation. We never try to bring the technology at the forefront. We try to make the technology invisible. A second project we have been working on was making a new experience for the person that has a visual impairment. For those that has any visual impairment in the room, applying makeup is a huge challenge. because you don't have the visual feedbacks in the mirror about how the makeup has been applied. So again, thinking about how we can make a purposeful innovation by applying the latest technology, artificial intelligence, to help disabled people to better apply the makeup. A third experience that I will get to present in a second is how we can help elderly people, isolated people, to get to share their memories. I believe that you have not so much time. You have to play between the cities, participating to conferences, making parties. So your jury is already very busy. But what about your grandparents? I'm sure that your grandparents have plenty of time. And the problem is that they have time, whereas they sometimes have nothing to do. And today we have developed a technology that allows people, elderly people, to have like a daily interaction with an artificial intelligence to share their memories. And out of these technologies, we could directly write a book. So creating like an automated and a personal biograph that could help people to get a story about themselves, but more importantly, to share their stories with the next generation. So it is not a gift for themselves, it's a gift for the next generation to leave a trust and to leave their memories for the future generation. Last innovation is making an immersive experience, how we can make a digital experience mixing physical and digital experiences, and when we have been working on the Ocean Race project. So let me get through a few videos, giving you a quick outlook about how it works. First one, on the left, you have the real version, the one that you can buy in a shop, the one that you can wear on the day-to-day basis. And on the right, you have the version that has been fully automatically rendered. So again, bear in mind that what this technology offers is a way where you can buy one shirt and making 20 pictures, videos directly on social networks. So instead of buying 20 shirts to look cool and to have the latest fashion garments, you can directly get to use the technology to simulate and deliver to your audience multiple kind of new garments. And of course, you can have, we have wrote refresh, but it can be any kind of engaging content to fight against racism, to fight against people having trouble. So I think it is all about how you can have on a daily basis a very engaging piece of content on your shirts. Another technologies is how we can help people with a visual impairment. So we have been working on using the artificial intelligence to directly assist a person to validate the makeup has been properly applied. Voice-based technologies that directly get to scan the makeup and directly looking about how the makeup could be improved. So these kind of technologies, when we made the first user experiences, has an incredible feedbacks for the disabled people. Not because the technology was incredible, but because they felt the feelings of being autonomous, not having to ask to the husband, not having to ask to a friend. They could directly get instantaneously the validation the makeup has been properly applied. It looks completely weird for people not having a disability. When you have a disability, when the technology allows to feel you independent, having a full trust and confidence, that makes the difference. And again, that is how we can creatively create new technologies. So, next video is about how we can create this personal biograph that we call the Memory Lane project.
Drive a meaningful conversation and ask personal questions. And understand the relationship between the answers that then can trigger a relevant follow-up question. It's like talking to a curious friend that helps making the lives for those living in unwanted loneliness better by enabling them to share their life stories.
And the next video is how we can create digital experiences mixing metaverse and the physical worlds. Sorry. Sorry. So that brings me to what are the biggest challenges for creative technologists. And I think that's, again, challenges, problem, constraints is the most beautiful things for humans, because that's where the creativity happens. If you have no challenges, no problems, no constraints, you don't need creativity. You become robots. The human creativity happens when you have to face and to solve a problem. And I think that, personally, human will always find a way to do it differently than a robot and a machine. Even artificial intelligence becomes better and better. They are just using the method that has been already developed by humans. And so we are in the way where, as a creative technologist, we have to overcome some big challenges. So balancing creativity and technology is the first aspect. Not falling in love with technologies, not making creative things that will never happen. We have to play with a good cursor between making something purposeful and relevant while making the technology ready to make it happen. Keeping up with technology, that is a point that I will get to answer in a few minutes, but technology is moving so fast. I mean, that's each day I learn a new technology. I think it is fairly impossible alone to keep up on the technology. It is really moving too quickly, but that is a big challenge for a creative technologist. Bridging the gap between technical and non-technical members. I mean that, again, you have mainly, sometimes I believe that I'm a translator. I have to translate people speaking technology with people who have no clue what is technology and how it works. So a creative technologist becomes, at a point, in a project, a translator, making technical stuff easy to be understood by people that have no clue about how it works. Balancing user needs with technical feasibility. I am currently in a project, I couldn't get to share the client names, but where people want the incredible stuff happening tomorrow. So your job, at a point, is managing the expectation, defining what will be the user experience that could be delivered with a proper budget, proper timing. And of course, the last piece, the market speed. You can't realize how much the technology goes fast, but as well, when you are making creative ideas, one aspect that have to be considered is being the first. When you're the second, I mean, the idea becomes like just a duplication of what happens. So you have to fight internally and with clients to deliver fastly an idea, to be the first to be releasing it. Otherwise, you become the person that just copy what has been already done a few weeks ago. So that is a big challenge when you are delivering a project, because the world is moving so fast that you're fighting not against yourself, but against the market that is moving fast. And of course, securing the IP will become a strategic move to protect the concept of an idea. So we have, so that is a typical Accenture slide that I have to play each day. So please don't worry about it. It will be very short, but that just reflects methodology, how we could run sprints, frequently moving and strategizing the best next move, a sprint, given the first user test, the first sponsors validation, ecosystem moving. So we have applied agile methodology while adapting a solution to quickly meet user experiences and the brand values. So that is the sprint method. I'm looking about the time because I'm almost at the top of my presentation. So I just want to keep some time for the next slide and videos. So we apply the prototyping sprints to quickly, creatively speaking, addressing solutions to big problems. So I am part of an incredible organization, Accenture, but in Accenture we have a second incredible organization, the Tech Innovation. That group, we are roughly 500 people in the world, leading the innovation and technology for Accenture. And we are defining what will be the future of the technologies. We are not just using what others are building or other partners are currently developing. We are building the next technologies within Accenture. So I feel very lucky because I'm in a place where I could build the next technologies and creatively applying those technologies to client problems. So that is a unique place where we could make it happen. And in Accenture, we can make this impact with our clients. So we have multiple domains of exploration, material and energy, bioinnovation, space, intelligent digital twins, next-gen computing with quantum computing, and robotics. And And today we have the full organizations to drive the ecosystem evaluation, prioritization. We have our R&D department with 200 researchers developing those new technologies. And we have the tech incubation and liquid studios that apply those innovations to client problems. So we have a full organization to drive the innovation, create the innovation, and to make it happen to our clients. So each year, we get to publish our tech vision, where we present what we believe will be the next technologies, the next trends. I wouldn't have time today to present it during the session, but maybe just giving you an outlook with the videos. You can get the full reports directly on the website. Very short videos, a document that you can find online. Is more than 100 slides and very, very rich in terms of example, use cases, presentation, perspective. So if you are working in technology, if you are creative but looking about the latest technologies, have a look at this presentation. Very, very insightful. And today we are working around multiple technologies. I mentioned one of them, the next-gen robotics. We believe that would be the big achievements in the future will be those new technologies that will be impacting the business in the future. We have already transferred, and within our group, we have already incubated big domains like big data, artificial intelligence, security, metaverse. The next big one is currently in incubation and will be definitely big transformation for our clients. Next-gen robotics today, and that is a personal domain that I'm leading in, that is really where I personally believe will be a big trend in the future. And the robotics that happens in industrial domains has significantly changed the way that we are producing materials and how we are currently managing intralogistic questions. But tomorrow the robots will be around us. I think that's, I don't know, who has a robot at home? Just could you raise your hand again and just giving me, okay. I have 7 robots, but I think that maybe I'm a bit fanatic. But I think that maybe you have a vacuum robot, maybe you have a robot to cook, maybe you have, robots are coming around, and it is just a question about how we are experiencing those robots in our day-to-day life. And I think that nobody wants to have a robot to speak with. We want a robot to make our life faster and better. So today, I wanted, again, to share my own experience on what is a creative technologist, what are the latest technologies upcoming. And I wanted to just thank you for your time, firstly. Thank you for the organizers as well for it. But I think that just if you are working in innovation, if you are working on technologies, if you are working on creative concepts, please keep a human touch. Keep a way where you are not becoming robots. Let's think about the society and making the innovation purposeful and having an impact for the humans of your friends and your team members.